When identifying dyslexia, three major theoretical models have shaped practice over time. The IQ-Achievement Discrepancy Model, the pattern of strengths and weaknesses model, and thirdly, the response to intervention model. So the earliest of these, the IQ-Achievement Discrepancy Model, emerged in the mid-20th century, particularly from the 1960s through to the 1980s. Key contributors included research such as Sam Kirk, who helped to formalize the concept of learning disabilities. The central idea was that dyslexia could be identified when there was a significant gap between a child's intellectual disability, typically measured by IQ tests, and their academic achievement in reading. The strength of this model was its simplicity and its appeal in distinguishing unexpected underachieved. However, it had limitations. It often delayed identification until failure was very severe. It offered little guidance for intervention for children with learning needs, and it assumed that IQ is stable, a useful measure of attention, an assumption that has been criticized. So in response to these criticisms, a pattern of strengths and weaknesses model developed in the 1990s and 2000s. And this drew on cognitive and neuropsychological research by scholars such as Flanagan, Hayden, and Nagli. This model proposed that dyslexia could be identified through a specific cognitive profile. Strengths in some areas, particularly oral language skills and reasoning, alongside weaknesses in processing linked to reading, such as phonological awareness or working. Now, the patterns of strengths and weaknesses model aimed to be more diagnostically precise and theoretically grounded in cognitive science. However, its limitations included its complexity, its lack of agreement between different researchers on what exactly constituted a pattern of strengths and weaknesses, and also weak evidence that identifying these profiles actually improved intervention outcomes. So most recently, the response to intervention model, or RTI, gained prominence particularly in the United States through policy shifts such as the IDEA, which removed the requirement for discrepancy to be used. Researchers such as Fuchs and Fuchs were sentenced to its development. RTI focused on how well a child responds to high-quality, evidence-based instruction delivered in tiers of increasing intensity. So in this model, dyslexia, or reading difficulty, is identified when a student shows inadequate progress despite intervention. Strengths include early identification and a stronger link to instruction. However, limitations also were present for this model too, and these include variability in implementation, research evidence, and also concern that it can sometimes blur the distinction between generalized learning difficulties and specific learning challenges. So in summary, these three models reflect a shift from static testing, the use of IQ, towards more dynamic, structurally relevant approaches. Each model comes with important trade-offs in validity, practicality, and in usefulness for guiding intervention.